Hey everyone, welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Mattel Jurassic World Mononykus. This Mononykus is part of the Attack Pack assortment, and I've been looking forward to this figure ever since it was announced a few months ago. So before we crack this figure out of the packaging, let's take a quick look at it. It comes in the standard Dino Rivals Attack Pack packaging that we've been seeing since the beginning of the year. It does have the corner with the new logo on it. You got your T-Rex Triceratops and Owen on the front and your Jurassic World logo. And spinning it around, you get a nice look at the other figures. In this wave, the Dimorphodon is a new repaint. Echo is a repaint of the old Crouching Raptor, so now your Raptor squad can be complete. And there's the Mononykus, and also the Solaris and the Herrerasaurus have been re-released in this wave. I found this figure at Target, which was a big surprise because we all know how bad Target has been at stocking the Jurassic World line, so it's nice that they finally decided to start restocking new Jurassic World figures. They actually just did a reset, and the Indominus Rex is now on the shelf along with the Primal Pale Blue and these new attack packs. So with the packaging out of the way, let's crack this cool looking figure open. And here's the Mononykus the packaging. Such a cool looking figure. And since this is part of the Dino Rivals line, you do get a nice collector card with some nice artwork of the Mononykus. A couple quick facts about Mononykus. It is from the late Cretaceous period of Mongolia, and its most distinguishing feature is that it only had one claw on its hand. And some paleontologists think that that one claw was used to break open termite mounds, and that this animal mostly fed on insects and small animals like mammals and lizards. So let's take a couple quick measurements before we take a look at the finer details of this model. This figure is just about 6 inches long from the tip of the tail to the snout, and 4 inches tall at the top of the head. Now Mononykus was not a large dinosaur, it was just over 3 feet long, so with those measurements that would put this figure in the 1/6 scale range. Unfortunately, that means this figure really isn't in scale with most of the Jurassic World line, but I'm fine by that. I mean, if they really wanted this figure to be in scale with the rest of the line, it would just been one of those small little rubber dinosaurs included with one of the human figures. What really sets this figure apart from most of the dinosaurs in the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park line is this figure actually has feathers on it. There is a row of feathers along that very tiny arm right there, and there is some nice tail plumage on the tail, and that's just something you never ever see in this line, which really makes this figure cool and unique. And since this is an attack pack figure, the articulation is very standard on it. The head can move down and up, on the arm can rotate forwards and backwards. Same thing with the legs, forward and back, and there is tail articulation on this figure. So not too much articulation, but still gives you some posing option with this figure. I really like the coloration on this figure. I know in the video the head looks like it's almost a black color. It's actually a very dark navy blue. You have a yellow eye with a black pupil, and then under the throat you have this very bright red, which just really makes the bottom of that throat pop. The main body coloration is a light gray color, and there's some darker gray stripings along the back. The claw on the arm is not painted, and the feet, these really big looking oversized chicken feet, are painted a yellow color, and then you have more of that dark gray on that tail plumage. There's a lot of finely sculpted details on this figure. Pulling closer, looking at the head right there, you can see a lot of fine scales sculpted into the head. Head is a little bit shrink wrapped, which is pretty much the case with any Jurassic World figure. You can see there are some teeth sculpted along the jaw right here, and then turn it around, look at the back of the neck, you have more of that dark navy blue speckling going down. Looking at the arms, you can see the feathers are nicely sculpted on that arm. You get a good look at that single claw, which gives this animal that name. Mononykus actually means one claw. And you got a little bit of a shrink wrapping along the side right here. You got some ribs exposed. Now this dinosaur hasn't been discovered with feathers, but other species related to this animal have been discovered with traces of feathers. So technically this animal should pretty much be covered in feathers. But hey, finally a feathered dinosaur in a Jurassic World line. Well, kind of anyway, so I'll take it. Get some more Nice scalation along the legs right here. And going down to the feet, you can see the claws aren't painted, but you see nice scale detailed around the feet with that bright yellow coloration. And then going down to the tail, you get a better look at that tail plumage. His feathers actually look pretty decent, you know, for a toy meant for kids anyways. And turn it over, here is the scan code. Let me try to steady my incredibly shaky hands for anyone that wants to scan it into their app. So let's move on to some comparisons, see how this figure stacks up. Here it is with one of the human figures, Dr. Grant, and like I said earlier, this dinosaur was really only just over 3 feet long in real life, so this is way too large to scale with the human figures and most of the dinosaurs in the line. And like I said, if they really wanted it to be in scale, it'd probably be a little bit bigger than some of the Compsognathus figures that came with the legacy human figures. And next up is the Attack Pack Moosaurus figure, and right now these two are my favorite Attack Pack figures released so far this year. And here it is with the Savage Strike Velociraptor, and it just makes the Velociraptor look so small next to this Mononykus. And lastly, here it is with the new Battle Damage Baryonyx. You see how those two size up next to each other? So final thoughts on this Mononykus. It's a really cool figure. I mean, we don't buy the Jurassic World line for accuracy. We just buy them because we like the franchise and we think the figures are cool. So this is definitely a great addition to their ever-expanding lineup. And I'm really glad that Mattel has been giving us some obscure species that a lot of people haven't heard about. And what they revealed at San Diego Comic-Con, they are definitely going to be pumping out a lot more species starting next year, and I'm really excited for that. Right now, this figure can be found at Target, and you can also get it through the app if it's in stock. I've had the app set up for notifications. I've gotten a couple, and they've been at weird hours of the night, and I've missed it every single time. So I'm glad I finally found one in stores today. The Attack Packs retail for $7.99, and so hopefully your local Targets should be stocking these soon, because most of them are done with their resets, and these new Attack Packs are part of those resets. And that will do it for the review. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously, and I'll greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys for the next one.